TheEspressoCat, Jacob here from Sweden, and welcome back to The Travelers, Season 12, Episode 5. And here we are, and today we have a Boxing Day match against Dundee United. It should be especially in Dundee, it's really good, as you can see. We lead the league with 16 points. That's impressive. But we actually stabilize ourselves now. We have 7 victories, 4 draws and 9 losses. So that's not too bad. And Mark Parker has also decided to again start scoring. So I feel pretty secure here. I've looked some at other jobs or such, but it was no interesting, but I don't know if that will happen or well. We will go through the recent matches here. Queens of South in one of the best matches of the season. 5-0! Really impressive. We have Mark Parker with a hat-trick. Come on. Show me the highlights. There we go. Nicholas, Easton, Alexander, Nicholas, Blackett there to Alexander. Very nice. And I can show you all the goals because really we were outstanding here. This was like as well it was away, so I was even more shocked by that we won that greatly. Easton here wins the ball up to Parker. Doesn't win it in the first play, but Alexander wins it, and Parker. The two Marks have worked brilliantly together. Mark Parker with his 4th goal of the season there, real nice. Mark Alexander with the assist there. It's been pretty good actually. Easton to Alexander to Beckett to Nicholas to Alexander again. This was probably the best goal. Look at that. Brilliant offensive play there. Brilliant passing style there. And then we had another goal here. Close. Parker. Close. Into Easton. And it looks like Alexander is bouncing it in. But I guess it went on their player, their Bates. But it's counted as Easton goal, so that's nice. It's nice. Mark Alexander actually, he is a real team player. He's very young. I think it's like 19 or something like that. But as you've seen, he scores like goals and 5 assists, so he's pretty decent. And then Hamilton, we got a surprising draw here. I think Hamilton was actually pretty good. This doesn't really tell the whole story. Okay, so lying a little bit there. Easton, McKenna, Blackett, Parker, Alexander. Wheelhouse actually scored a perfect start there just after 4 minutes. But then they got a goal back just in the 6th minute. So this was actually a pretty even game. I still want to say it was not unfair that it ended with a draw still, and Hamilton is still a top team, so yeah, I was a little bit before the match. The most important was to avoid a loss here, and here they got a penalty, so then it was, oh well, we did not have that lead for so long. Brown would score here, unfortunately. Right in the goal. He could have just stayed there, but well. Reed has been brilliant. Maybe he might actually have the best average rating of all players. He's so good in there. Charles plays there as well. Richie. I think we have a working backline as well now. Wheelhouse. I try to get in matches now and then, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. He is our own project, but it's sort of weird because we have many good offensive midfielder as well. Richie, we're holding the ball up pretty good here. Beckett, Richie, McKenna, Beckett. We're long offensive play there, and Alexander scores again. We actually were leading. Mark Alexander again. He's like sixth or sixth forward, but I don't care about it. If he still is great, I mean, what's the point of not great as our other Charles? But unfortunately, yeah, Alexander there makes a defensive mistake, losing ball there, Richie, and then they have a counter-attack, and then they can score almost right away, another goal as well. I believe we might lose the ball again here, yes. And then goes up to top to Gordon, who is injured, but still can score it. Really important one, because St. Mirren is bottom and I didn't want to lose this. So Sean Ramsey scores. I think a draw actually would have been more fair to be. It was pretty even game. Like I said before, we don't have a real top goal scorer. I guess Parker might be one of those, but well, it's still not. And where I can see it's 6 goals and 4 assists there, and as you see, Alexander up top, and Cameron and Simpson there, Cooper, who we can take in, Craig Grant, Mark Alexander are 8 at 5 assists. I guess that is okay, but elsewhere we don't really have anyone. Corner Grant, key tackles, 8. Most clean sheets. Rod Charles are getting up there, and he's just conceded 16 goals, so he's such a talent. And 24, many players that can score, but unfortunately we don't have a really top striker, what to say. So yeah, hopefully we can keep it up, at least get a draw. I don't expect us to win this, and you might see. Yeah, I guess it would be really cool actually to go for Aberdeen. They are 4th in the, but hopefully we can keep this up and not go into a bad run of games, or just keep it up and be away from that relegation. So, as you can see, it's about the same. We are really in the middle here. But it's just 3 points off, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel if we actually feel like we have no chance, or I guess we have a chance even if we get to the playoff spot up to Premiership. But I believe this team is not good enough for Premiership. Then we would get up to the Premiership. We will really struggle next season, and we really, because some of these players are like just decent for League One, and they're like Alan Cameron. He's not okay. He's just sitting on the bench, but still. But as well, Mark Alexander, he's still not fantastic by any means, and Parker not either. They are okay, but they are not really. We will really struggle. That is just what I'm going to say. Would be a miracle if we even got to playoff. I mean, we don't have a bad team per se. We have a pretty decent keeper, as you could see. They're pretty decent defenders, especially central defenders. We have good offensive mids. They're pretty creative. But still, I think in a whole, our team is not good enough to really get top 4. 6, 7, 8. Then I'm really happy actually. Oh wow, Martins! What a save! That looks brilliantly, and we have started pretty good, I want to say. And he saves the ball there, Martins. Hamilton, Reft, and Dundee is just, those teams are just way above everyone else. And Drysdale scores there his 13th goal of the season. But I actually feel like Morton, I believe we even won against them in our first match against them. And Dufferlin, we have a little bit problem with them, but I don't feel they are that great. So still, if we take a point here and there, we might surprise and still be able, because I don't feel like these two teams are that great, but I don't see us having any chance. Or I guess, as I said before, it's always a chance that you can win, but I don't see it happening really for us to get promoted. And alright, we might as well get to play against a former Premier team or team that plays. Ooh, Easton! We score. We score in the rain. Very nice there. His 6th goal out of 9 starts. So in the beginning, I was just expecting him. He's just going to be a future star. What assist there? What? And a volley. Great goal again. We have this sometimes where we play brilliant offensive or offensive strikes or whatever, that will really go right on goal, and I just love it. Moorhead, now it might be a goal here. Swanby and Hegarty. Of course it is his first goal, of course. That's most annoying. But well, it's not like we should win this. I mean, they're just destroying the league. Basically, 18 points between Dundee United and the other teams, or Rafton there. So still, there he should have said that. Well, to be fair, it's not been his best match. To be fair. I don't know if he was nervous to meeting a top team, because this is not a great shot, to be fair. I mean, shut up. I might actually. That is annoying. But we have a good attendance, almost 3,000 on the attendance there. Most of them are away. We just have 900 home fans. That's sort of disappointing. Oh well, make some changes. Let's make those 2 changes. Stabilize a little bit. Maybe go to counter as well and structure. I mean, I'm happy as long as we can stay away from that relegation zone. Because it was really... I mean, we got a double promotion. It was really like unexpected. I was not expecting last season that we would go up to the championship. So I was thinking, well, it's going to be a tough season. But so far, we are doing a decent job. Okay, now it's 2 points. It's still going to be tough. 2 points down to that relegation playoff, but at least I feel like we are not, which I was worried about, that we would like lose every match and be like really struggling in the bottom and like 6 points or something away. But so far we are actually not that, so I'm fairly, I mean, some matches we could probably do better, but 7 victories is still pretty decent. Is it 20 or 21 games? That is like, yeah, that's now I totally forgot what it's called. A quarter, or no, not the quarter. A third of the matches we have actually won in the league, so that's not too shabby. I mean, 3-1 is still not bad. We're still not outplayed. I feel like some other team has been really outplayed by Dundee. Oh, do he gets a red card here? No. Okay, can we at least... No. We don't even get the Free kick, oh well. I mean, since they're dominating the league, I feel like we did a decent match. Unfortunately, our defense was not that top. It had to be a top, and our goalkeeper, unfortunately, he did not do his best game either. I guess most of the players did a decent game, but this is just like a top team or a team that's leading the league. They just are effective, and just if they get like one chance, they score there. So we will be back against Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup, 4th round. Oh, it will be tough. It's away as well. Why couldn't it be at home? Then we get some money from the attendance, but oh well. And they are coming up some really important matches here. But well, thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Subscribe, comment, and all the fun stuff. And I see you soon again. So, bye!